Now that you know how to loft, we're going to go back to our triangle base, and we're going to make the female passenger for the Automoblocks car. This is a good example of lofting because with the waistline and the different curves that she has, it's going to require more than just simple extrusions. First thing is we're going to take this chunk that was an extrusion and delete it. But we're going to keep the sketches that we first used to make it. So uncheck consume sketches. We're going to make a new plane, and according to my drawing I'm going to drag it up 0.19 above the surface. Make a new sketch on that plane. We're going to make a new ellipse using this as our center point. And the major axis of the ellipse is 0.28, but I want half of that. The minor axis of this ellipse is 0.22, and again I want half of that. So already you can see it's not a perfect offset. It's kind of like doing the extrude taper, and we could choose to loft this now or at the end. I'm going to go ahead and do this now though. We're going to make a new sketch on top of here. For the bottom of her dress she has another ellipse, and this ellipse has a major axis. Again, we want the radius, not the axis, but it has a major axis of 0.6. So 0.6 divided by 2 is going to be 0.3. Minor axis is 0.4 divided by 2, which is 0.2. We're going to finish this sketch. Then we're going to click on plane, and between the bottom of her dress and her waist is a distance of 0.36. Make a new sketch, choose ellipse. Now her waist is much smaller than her dress, so we can already start to make this a little tinier. The major axis, oh, I lost something. The major axis on her waist is 0.39. Divide that by 2 and you get 0.195. Minor axis of her waist is 0.31. Finish your sketch, and now we're going to go back and loft these two together. Notice I can't select just the outside, and this may cause you trouble later if you get something too complicated. And because there's two different sketches in here, I have to click below to add a new sketch to this and select this top line. Now that I have her waist, I'm going to extend up towards the head, so click on plane, click and drag upwards. It's a distance of 0.34. We're going to make a new ellipse on here. This has a major axis of 0.76, so divide that by 2. Has a minor axis of 0.54, divide that by 2. Finish your sketch and loft. Now because we just have the one sketch, we can click on the surface and click on the lines and not have any trouble with adding a new one. And we're just going to stop there with her headless for now.